Babangida makes U-turn 32 years after, admits MKO Abiola won June 12 election. Drama as Akpabio walks Natasha out of Senate chamber. Lagos residents react as federal government crackdown on ghost workers. And on the foreign scene, Niger military junta proposes 5-year transition to democracy. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thank you for joining us and the details. Now, former military head of state General Ibrahim Babangida on Thursday finally took responsibility for annulling the outcome of the June 12 presidential election 25 years after obtaining the victory of late Moshood Abiola under the platform of the Social Democratic Party, the SDP. The former head of state says he regretted the action at the public presentation of his autobiography titled A Journey in Service at the Transcorp Hilton, Abuja, where dignitaries showered encomiums on the retired military general on his service to the nation. And subsequently, we would bring you the details of this story. Now, moving on from that, tensions flared during plenary on Monday as a dispute between and over the seating arrangement led to a heated exchange between the Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan and the Senate leadership. The controversy began when Senator Natasha's seat was relocated upon resumption of the session, but she refused to comply with the change. The Chief Whip, Tahir Mongono, had raised a point of order citing sections of the Senate rulebook to justify the reassignment of seats. However, when Senator Natasha raised her hand to speak, she was denied recognition because she was not addressing the chamber from her newly assigned seat. Refusing to back down, Senator Natasha raised her voice in protest, directly confronting the Senate president. The standoff added an unexpected layer of drama and tension during the plenary. The Senate president even ordered the sergeant at arms to walk her out, but after intervention from various lawmakers, calm was restored, but she adamantly declined to move. Now, earlier we told you the former military head of state, General Ibrahim Babangida, on Thursday finally took responsibility for annulling the outcome of the June 12 presidential election 25 years after obtaining the victory of late Moshood Abiola under the platform of the Social Democratic Party, the SDP. The former head of state says he regretted the action at the public presentation of his autobiography titled A Journey in Service at the Transcorp Hilton, Abuja, where dignitaries showered encomiums on the retired military general on his service to the nation. Trust TV's Shafiu Suleiman was there, now reports.
Known for his charismatic and pragmatic leadership, General Babangida has played a key role in shaping Nigeria's history. However, the June 12 presidential election annulment debacle has remained a tainted past in the annals of Nigeria's history. Through his autobiography, which was reviewed at the event by former Vice President Yemi Oshibanjo, General Babangida decided to put the record straight.
That accident of history is most regrettable. The nation is entitled to expect my impression of regret. As the leader of the military administration, I accept full responsibility for all decisions taken under my watch.
His colleagues in service and former Nigerian leaders, Generals Yakubu Gowon, Olusegun Obasanjo and Abdulsalami Abubakar shared their perspectives on the military general.
I interested you in the army. You joined the army and you served very, very well. You served very, very well. And it got to the stage whereby at the end of the war, my youngest brother, late Isaiah, came and told me about this, his commander. Very good leader, very good commander, very courageous, brave, and that he was really an exceptional.
My dear young brother, what next? You have written a book. It is Babangida's story. The book will be reviewed, read, quoted, praised, and lambasted, as some will agree with you in part, and some will disagree with you in part. Some may even wholly disagree with you.
I want to thank you for honoring my brother, my friend, my head boy, my commander-in-chief, all rolled in one.
In their separate exclusive interviews with Trust TV on the sidelines of the event, presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, and former governor of Kebbi State, Senator Adamu Aleru, described former head of state General Babangida as a leader par excellence.
Babangida remains a president or head of state that contributed immensely to the economic progress of Nigeria. I happened to be on the other side while he was head of state. And I can tell you, it is during his tenure that Nigerian economic progress will unleashed.
A very charismatic leader. Perhaps one of the most charismatic leaders this country has ever witnessed. He had done so much for this country, and what happened today is a testimony to that.
The celebrant here, former head of state General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, is seen from different perspectives. He means different things to different people, and that aptly captured one of his descriptions: evil genius. His Maradonic style of leadership will continue to remain relevant in Nigeria's political history. From the Transcorp Hilton here in Abuja, Shafiu Suleiman, Trust TV News.
Chairmen and councillors elected under the platform of the All Progressive Congress on Wednesday returned to local government secretariats across the state under tight security. The council chairman gained access to their offices and announced the freezing of the accounts of their representative and their respective local government councils. Now, the State House of Assembly and the People Democratic Party in separate statements condemned the development. Hamid Oyegbade files the report.
After the Monday bloody clash between the members of All Progressive Congress and People's Democratic Party over the leadership of local government councils in Osun State, the chairmen and councillors are finally back to their council secretariats unhindered. Amidst drumming and dancing, APC members celebrated their return, with chairmen announcing the freezing of the accounts of their respective councils.
Kindly advice to the members of the party is that they should all cool calm and they should not entertain any fear. They should not fight anybody. We are not here to intimidate anybody, but we are here to claim our right and to let the people know that we have resumed the office fully.
We appeal to the local government workers to resume their duty. So there is no cause for alarm. Everywhere have been remain calm. Our party believes in the rule of law. So we are not a troublemaker. So I have demonstrated that time without number. So there is no cause for alarm.
A civil society activist in the state, Waheed Saka, called on the Attorney General of the Federation to interpret the court verdicts on the last local government election in Osun State in the simplest of terms to enable politicians in the state understand.
We need to admonish the Attorney General of the Federation. He's not speaking for his party, but he should speak for the judiciary at this time around to interpret in the language that the politician will understand. If that English that the court is saying is too much for them, let somebody, the chief law officer of the country, come out to analyze it to them, and our people should honor the law. Democracy thrives only on the rule of law. When we allow law to rule, anarchy will not be the order of the day.
Meanwhile, the situation remained calm across the state as policemen and other security agents were deployed to prevent any likely breach of peace. Amid Oyegbade, Trust TV News, Osogbo.
The All Progressive Congress in Osun State has withdrawn from the local government election scheduled for Saturday, February 22nd. This was contained in a letter dated February 17th, signed by the APC State Publicity Secretary, Alao Kamaruddin, and addressed to the Secretary of the State Independent Electoral Commission. A copy of the letter obtained by newsmen on Thursday in Osogbo, the state capital, stated that the APC would not participate due to February 10 Court of Appeal judgment, which reinstated its chairman and councillors. There was crisis between the APC and the PDP over the Court of Appeal judgment regarding the sacked APC council chairman and councillors. While the PDP claimed that the February 10th judgment of the Court of Appeal, Akure, did not reinstate the sacked APC chairman and councillors elected in 2022, the APC insisted on their return to the local government secretariat. The crisis, however, erupted on Monday when both parties laid claim to the local government secretariat across the state, with the police confirming that 6 people lost their lives while several others were injured during the crisis. Now moving on to Imo State, where the House of Assembly on Thursday recalled 4 members suspended in July 2024 for allegedly plotting to impeach the Speaker, Chike Olembe. The members are Dominic Ezerioha, APC Oru West, Samuel Otwebe, APC Ahiazu Mbese, Chidebere Ogumnipa, APC, that's APC Okigwe, and Henry Ogbasonu, APC Ezinihite Mbaise. The members were recalled after the consideration of a report of the House Committee on Ethics and Privileges set up to investigate the allegation. The report, which was considered at the Committee of the Whole House, stated that the members were invited by the committee during the investigation. It also stated that the 4 legislators showed remorse and pleaded for leniency and requested that they be recalled, promising to be of good conduct. The Benue State House of Assembly on Thursday criticized the national leadership of the Nigerian Bar Association over its recommendation for the removal of the state Chief Judge, Justice Maurice Ikpambese. Addressing journalists at a press conference in Makurdi, Majority Leader Santa Sate accused the NBA of failing to consider the constitutional provisions before condemning the Assembly's decision. He stated that the House acted within its constitutional powers under Section 292, subsection 1A, 2 of the 1999 Constitution, which empowers a state assembly to recommend the removal of a chief judge. Citing the relevant section, Satya explained that the Constitution allows for the removal of a chief judge, Grand Qadi of Sharia Court of Appeal, or president of a customary court of appeal by the governor, acting on an address supported by a 2/3 majority of the House of Assembly. The NBA had earlier criticized the resolution by the Benue State House of Assembly, which directed Governor Hyacinth Alia to remove Ikambese as the state chief judge. Still on political matters, the opposition New Nigeria People's Party NNPP has lost one of its members in the House of Representatives to the ruling All Progressive Congress, the APC. The member representing Gwaram Federal Constituency of Jigawa State, Yusuf Shitu Galambi, is the first member of the NNPP to join the APC. Recently, several members of the opposition PDP and LP have defected to the ruling party, the APC. Representative Galambi stated that he left the NNPP because of the lingering leadership crisis in the party, which has led to a series of litigations that have affected the operations of the party. He further added that the NNPP has been factionalized due to power struggles between its founding fathers, Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, and other leaders of the party. Now moving on to more stories, the Kano State government has announced the approval of various projects, including the construction of a model primary health center in Rimin Zakara, Ungogo local government area of Kano State. The State Commissioner for Information, Ibrahim Waya, revealed that the project, which will cost about 282 million naira, has been endorsed by Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf as part of his commitment to improving healthcare in the region. Additionally, Waya disclosed the approval of enhanced training and equipment for the State Vigilante and Neighborhood Watch, reinforcing the efforts to improve security in the state.
Accordingly, Council has approved the total sum of 33,455,431,626 naira 56 kobo to enable execution of various projects, construction of model primary health center at Rimin Zakara quarters in Ungogo local government area, which is to be handled by Ministry of Health, will cost 284,122,002 naira 61 kobo. Policy. With regards to policy matters, the Executive Council had approved the training of 2,000 Kano State Vigilante Group as well as the provision of uniforms for 6,000 members of the group Neighborhood Watch.
The management of the Federal University Lokoja has closed down the institution indefinitely to forestall further loss of lives and property. This was contained in a statement signed by the institution's registrar and secretary to Council, Rebecca Aimiohau Okojie, on Thursday and made available to newsmen in Lokoja. The management alleged that students have barricaded the main gate of the university since the accident that killed 5 students of the institution on Monday, making entry into the campus difficult. According to the statement, the closure followed the unfortunate loss of lives of 5 students to a tragic trailer accident at Felele on Monday, 17th February 2025. Recall that the students of the institution on Wednesday, led by their union president, Benjamin Olorufemi Timothy, threatened to block the highway at the campus site during the day to stem down accidents in the area. The federal government has intensified efforts to eliminate ghost workers from the civil service nationwide. And in Lagos State, residents have shared their thoughts on this move to crack down on non-existent employers. The verification requires employers to provide their taxpayer identification number, employees, that is the IPPIS number, and salary account details. The report.
The Office of the Accountant General has warned that non-compliance could lead to removal from the payroll. Lagos residents share their opinions on this initiative.
The federal government cracking down on ghost worker. From the context, from the name, the idea of ghost worker shouldn't even exist. No sane society should accommodate that. It sabotages the economy of the nation. How do you explain somebody who does not exist, ghost, invisible person, collecting salary for the work he never did? Because ghost, you can't see them, they are invisible. Even really, they don't work. So somebody somewhere is collecting salary for the work he's not doing. So it shouldn't even exist in anybody's economy, any sane nation's economy. So I support government, federal government, to clamp down on them.
See, this is one of those things that is killing the economy. We have good institutions in Nigeria, but those who are managing it are not doing the right thing. It is so easy. Once you are able to save the resources of the country, those facilities that are wasting away will be funded and everything will come back. We are so rich in this country. So me, I'm not supporting people. Anybody that's taking salary is doing ungodly things. The issue of those workers is empowered by the system. Do you understand? The civil servants and the rest of them. You know, like you and I, who are not part of the system, who cannot create good workers. Do you believe that? So it's something that has been aged long. And I can assure you that it exists, it thrives because of the corruption in this country, which is endemic. Go around the states, both southeast, southwest. There are people, teachers, who only attend school twice a week, but they collect salary. You go to some schools in Lagos State here, you see that you go there on Monday or Tuesday, and you see that the date on the board is the date of January, 1 February. Do you understand? They have not changed. Almost every civil servant, 70% of civil servants in Nigeria, both state and federal, how other things they are doing. So in support for them to do the verification and know who are who we are available that are collecting the money, and they have to be present to do the work, not ghost workers. They are ghost workers and they are criminals. So the federal government should neutralize the system, crack down on it, and let those who are being paid, salary earners, let it be the direct people and not people who are claiming to be who they are not. So it's a good move.
This verification drive, along with the Independent Corrupt Practice Commission's crackdown, underscores a renewed commitment to sanitizing the civil service and eliminating payroll fraud in Nigeria.
In business, the Central Bank of Nigeria Monetary Policy Committee has retained the country's interest rate at 27.50% in January, the same rate as in November last year amid inflation drops. It also retained the cash reserve ratio, CRR, at 50 basis points and the liquidity ratio, the LR, at 30% and the asymmetric corridor at plus 500, minus 100 basis points around the NPR. Other monetary policy decisions were also retained, and the CBN Governor Olayemi Cardoso disclosed this in a press briefing on Thursday after 299th MPC in Abuja. The Apex Bank boss explained that the rate pause was necessary following the recent inflation decline, which dropped to 24.48% in January after the Consumer Price Index rebase. Away from Nigeria, the Nigerian National Convention has recommended a 5-year military rule for the country. In his report, Salha Haladu, chairman of the Economic and Sustainable Development Committee, outlined the key recommendations from the Nigerian National Convention, which was concluded on Wednesday. The French broadcaster Radio France International reports that among the resolutions, the convention proposed that the military junta remain in power for 5 years before transitioning back to civilian rule. Halatu said the convention stressed the need for Niger to reform its monetary policy to align with the financial regulations of the Alliance des États du Sahel, AES countries. According to him, the convention, among others, seeks to cut the cost of governance by having some government agencies scrapped, aiming to cut inefficiencies and waste. In the same vein, the convention recommended rejecting any campaigns promoting same-sex marriage, the LGBTQ+ rights, and proposed tighter surveillance of social media platforms. And finally, in sports, 9-time Nigeria Premier Football League (NPFL) champions Eyimba have announced the signing of 9 new players. The former NPFL top scorer, Junior Lokosa, joined the People's Elephant on a free transfer. The 31-year-old once had stints in the NPFL with Kano Pillars, Ramo Stars and Sporting Lagos. Lokosa has also played for clubs outside the country, including Esperance, Tunisia, Simba Sports Club, Tanzania, and Al Rayyan, Qatar. The other new signings include centre-back Afolayan Peters from Heartland FC, attacking midfielder Opeoluwa Olufemi from Sunshine Stars. Defensive midfielder Gozie Ume also joins from Sunshine Stars, while midfielder Kwadiri Olusunkami makes the switch from Heartland FC, among others. And with that, we wrap up Trust TV News Update. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms and join our YouTube live stream for more news programs and documentaries. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thanks for watching.